Ghost of Tsushima 2. Now, I've had a lot of time to even reflect, a lot about this sequel. And I think most of us were the same. I wanted a Ghost of Tsushima 2. I wanted a sequel. I wanted to continue the journey of Jin Sakai. I think he is that good of a character. I was so shocked that it was a completely different character. Is it 300 years later? I was upset. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, why? And I'll be honest, I'm still like, my gosh, I think if you ask 90% before the announcement, if you asked every gamer who's played Ghost of Tsushima, what do you want? A completely new character or a continuation with Jin Sakai? I think 95% would have said with Jin Sakai. Now, at first, I was alarm bells. Oh my gosh, was there alarm bells? I was like, it's happening. With everything to do with Marvel movies, because there was a lot of... You said it, because I was worried. Not just because it's a female character, it's because they deviated from someone they had. And I was like, what was the need? And at first I was thinking alarm bells, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to ruin the franchise. You know what? They're going to ruin it. They're going to... I don't get why they just deviated. And at the same time, after like a good day of reflecting, I was looking online, I saw other people's comments, and I started to think, okay, Sucker Punch only made Ghost of Tsushima a few years ago. Now, when you think about it, Assassin's Creed, I can't remember how I was thinking when you weren't playing as Altair, for example. I can't remember. But my point is, this could be one of two ways. This could go one of two ways. This could be an amazing move for Sucker Punch and Sony, because this could be the next Assassin's Creed. This could be the next Final Fantasy. I just think because it was a standalone game, everyone was expecting Jin Sakai. And that's what I'm saying. No one wants another Last of Us situation. That's my point. I was like, oh gosh, but obviously it was different, but it's just crazy how they deviated massively. So, and when I like calmed down, I was like, you know what? If they made Jin Sakai such an amazing character, it's Sucker Punch. We can't just go out there and be like, you know what? Forget them, blah, blah, blah. They're doing this to hit a checkbox. There's no reason why they can't make this character just as good as Jin Sakai in terms of character development, deep storytelling, amazing graphics, progression in terms of combat and controls. So I think now my head's like, don't get me wrong, I'm still a bit on, okay, let's see more. But if it was to do with Jin Sakai, I would have been all over it. If they were pre-ordering today, I would. But I just hope that they just don't make a U-turn, and for some reason, there's no reason for us not to have faith in Sucker Punch. And what they said, yes, Darian, what Darian said. But we'll come to that. But yeah, this story is 300 years after Jin Sakai. Could this be a descendant of Jin Sakai? Could this be where there's lore and there's references to this amazing, the ghost of Jin Sakai? Will this character have an amazing story arc? Now, whatever you say, after that video I did, there was obviously about the actress herself on how she is in real life. And I was like, ooh. This ain't good. I don't like it when you're there to do a job and then, people, well, I'm not saying, they're very vocal in other ways. So the problem is like, okay, she's very vocal in other ways. But my point is, she's doing a job for Sucker Punch. For me now, there's no reason to doubt Sucker Punch. Listen, I put my faith in them. I think Ghost of Tsushima was probably, I think it was up there. I think I put it was number one of my favorite game of all time on PS5. Now, and you know what? That's where I'm at. This could be the next Final Fantasy Assassin's Creed, but we're just going to have to wait. And I don't see why
they would sacrifice storytelling, character development to just ruin their own company. If it's well made and it's an amazing experience, I'm happy. If it's good, if there's an amazing story arc, the gameplay's amazing, I'm happy. But it's one of those. Because of the way the industry's gone, I can understand why people, and it's totally understandable. But oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, I was very upset when I first heard. I was like, oh gosh, why? You know what? If there's a God of War sequel and they introduce a new character, I don't even want to play as Atreus. I want to play as Kratos. They better keep those characters. That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't see why they couldn't go back to Jin Sakai. They could. Do you know what I mean? They could do a Ghost of Tsushima 2 in the future, whether they would or not. They could go in, and this could be a separate. This could be a separate thing. You know, they could. Yeah, they could say. That's the thing. Yeah, Lord of. What makes this all scary is the fact that developers are choosing politics over product. Yes, and that's why I was just alarm bells. So we're just gonna have to see. And listen. Now I am more excited for the game. I'm cautious. I'm cautious as well. I swear, if they get rid of Kratos, just make a new IP at that point. So it was a big shock. It was very much a big shock in terms of Ghost of Yotei, which I need to show you the article. All right, so let's just have a look at this. So they obviously said what they were doing. So again, and I felt like this was pretty good. So they said, so we also wanted to continue to innovate, to create something fresh but familiar. We looked beyond Jin Sakai's story and the island of Tsushima and shifted our focus to the idea of the ghost instead, which is a pretty good way. So at Sucker Punch, we love origin stories and we wanted to explore what it could mean to have a new hero wearing a ghost mask and uncovering a new legend. This led us to Ghost of Yotei, a new protagonist, a new story to unfold, and a new region of Japan to explore. And this article also confirms that it's actually 300 years have passed when Ghost of Tsushima took place in 1603 Japan. Though obviously we are still slicing people up with similar weaponry. There were fewer organized samurai clans then and more Ronin like Atsu, it seems. Oh, so Atsu is the main character. Will be voiced by the prolific Erika Ishii and is in their most significant part yet, and they are also starring as the English voice of Rook in the upcoming Dragon Age The Vilgard next month. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really impressed by that. I know them best from Destiny 2 where they played Anna Bray, so she's done a lot of games. What's Ross saying? Ishii has quickly become one of the most widely cast voice actors in the industry, a new Nolan North or Troy Baker almost. The coming year will be the biggest yet, and that is her there. And listen, wherever she is in a how she is, listen, if she's doing a job and she's good at her job, but we just have to see. Yeah, forget Dragon Age, forget that. Ghost of Tsushima was my game of turn, so I'll be seated for day one, of course. So, yeah, and then let's just have a look at the trailer, shall we? Forget the PS5 Pro. Well, we're gonna forget about that, aren't we? Ghost of Yotei. Let's have a look at this, and this is the announcement trailer. Let's have a look. Hopefully, it's not too loud and it doesn't blow your ears. Let's have a look again. Oh, I know, high montage, 4K for a bit. I was so confused. I thought this was a Rise of the Ronin DLC.
We are beyond the edge of Japan.
This is only the second time I've actually seen this.
People come north to disappear.
Mount Yotei, 1603.
But you You are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you.
Every Ronin is after you.
Still think you're the hunter?
I was like, Jin Sakai! Yeah. I was like... Oh, she killed him. Even this point, I was still confused. That's when I knew. I was like, Jin Sakai's back! Wow. Assassin's Creed Shadows has left the chat. Wow. It makes me want to play Ghost of Tsushima again. So you must have a companion. Come on, be an amazing character like Jin Sakai. Don't worry, Sucker Punch, I believe in you. You've given me no reason to doubt you. Do not take us for fools. Wow. Ha! Woo! 2025. Ubisoft have left Earth. They have left Earth. Wow, that's the second time I've actually seen it, and I'm much more impressed. Yeah, we have to wait, and that's what we have to do. Interesting to have different weapons, but true to... As long as it is. So I don't care if the character is the devil or the devil. If the yes, of course, if the story is amazing, I will be on that. This game is worth the 70. I will be I'll be buying that day one. I will be buying that day one. And there was one thing I wanted to show you guys. Where is it? One more article on here about Ghost of Yotei. Anyways, I did see this as well. So the PS5's Ghost of Yotei triggers social media. Obviously, ex-Sony executive says if you don't like it, don't buy it. Obviously, we're just saying that because this came up as well. So I thought this was worth a read because obviously there's going to be... I don't know why... Yeah, you know what? I like both of these YouTubers, by the way. And I don't get why they were like... I don't get why they were... There was a bit of disagreement. But, I don't get involved in that in Twitter. So if you do, you're just... It's never any good. So Sucker Punch is into tell a new story in Ghost of Yotei has triggered the silliest corners of social media. See, when they say that, I don't think it isn't. They can kind of say, oh, it's silly and these people. It's like, but you understand, personally. But ex-Sony executive Sean Layden has chimed in the drama saying, if you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like what you see in the trailers and stuff like that, then yeah, of course, don't buy it. The new PS5 exclusive is set approximately 300 years after Jin Sakai's story, and you play it as Atsu. So writing on the PS blog, the Seattle-based studio explains to create something fresh. Yeah, we've gone through this. And listen, there's nothing you can say, but I really like Mighty Keith and Endymion. I like both of them. But they were just... It's a game, an entertainment, a story. Creators believe... Yeah, listen, we could all be scratching ourselves. So while details are admittedly quite scarce at this stage, some have reacted negatively to the developer's decision to introduce a female protagonist. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity replaced one person whined. I'm sick of the full-scale boss narrative. Listen, you can. This could go one of two ways. As I said before, I'm not going to go through it again. But you understand why they do that. But Layden, one of the most popular Popular executives from PlayStation's past pulled no punches in his response to the attempted backlash. This is a story of team of creators that they believe in. They want to make this. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? You know what, P? Agree. Twitter beef might be the worst. Don't even bother. I only use Twitter to post the videos. Here and there, I'll engage in conversation. But if it's anything like negative, I just wouldn't even answer. There's no point. Well, we've got some mods. We've got High Montage. We've got Roswell. Obviously, he's going. But have a Roswell, if you've gone already, goodbye. We've got High Montage. High Montage is here. No, I was joking. Ultimately, the reception of Ghost of Yotei has been overwhelmingly positive, which many excited to learn about the new character. And I do want to see the likes. Oh wait, I can't. Let's just have a look. Well, I'm gonna have a look on YouTube. On down. So there's 285 likes to 20,000 dislikes. So yeah, kind of yeah, obviously it's very, very positive, which is good. Down. I love that music. That is the thing about Ghost of Yotei. Like, they were probably thinking we done a DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. Will we be in the same map? What do we do? If we do a completely different story, we can do a completely new area of Japan, and so you can kind of understand. What do you think about the October PS Plus games? I think they're all right.